So what was I come in Greek?
Έρχομαι.
Έρχομαι. And you come?
Έρχεσαι.
Έρχεσαι. So we saw that with this type of verb, no, we have ome as an ending for I, like ime, like I am, and also spelled in a similar way, no, that on the end of ome is ai. And then we have esse for you, like ise, like you are. Do you remember how to say I think? Like skeptical?
Σκέφτομαι.
Σκέφτομαι. And you think?
Σκέφτεσαι.
Σκέφτεσαι. So we have ome like ime, esse like ise. What was we are?
Είμαστε.
Είμαστε. Good. We are here.
Είμαστε εδώ.
Είμαστε εδώ. For we come, we're coming, we have ερχόμαστε. Ερχόμαστε.
Ερχόμαστε.
So we add omaste and we accent the o. We're actually accenting the ending here. Ερχόμαστε.
Ερχόμαστε.
We don't do that with έρχομαι, nor έρχεσαι, no. Accent the ending. Ερχόμαστε. How do you say we're not coming today?
Δεν ερχόμαστε σήμερα.
Δεν ερχόμαστε σήμερα. We think.
Σκεφτόμαστε.
Σκεφτόμαστε. Φαντάζομαι. I fantasy me. I am fantasied. What do you think it might mean, φαντάζομαι?
I imagine.
I imagine, yes. And it's used quite colloquially as well, like I guess so. Φαντάζομαι. I imagine so. You can say, what do you imagine? Like, what do you suppose? What do you think? What do you imagine?
Τι φαντάζεσαι.
Τι φαντάζεσαι? And φαντάζομαι, φαντάζεσαι, is spelled NT. No, so this gives us either ND or D, depending on the dialect of Greek or the age of the person. D is used much more by younger people. So, we could hear φαντάζομαι or φαντάζομαι, but not a T sound, even though we have NT written there. We imagine?
Φανταζόμαστε.
Φανταζόμαστε. Very good. What was the word for good in Greek?
Καλός.
Kalos. And in the neuter?
Καλό.
Καλό. And καλό is also I invite or I call, no? But of course spelled with the O of I on the end. So that's with the omega that looks like a W. Καλό. The closed version of καλό is kaleso, kaleso. So instead of inserting is here, no, προσπαθώ, προσπαθήσω, we have a S, ES, kaleso, like μπορώ, μπορέσω.
Καλέσω.
Καλεσμένος means invited. Καλεσμένος.
Καλεσμένος.
Good. So we've seen menos adjectives before, no? Like κουρασμένος, tired. And these adjectives are connected to the closed forms of verbs, no? We have καλό, καλέσω, and then καλεσμένος, invited. How would you say we imagine that we are not invited? We imagine that we're not invited.
Φανταζόμαστε ότι δεν είμαστε καλεσμένους. Καλεσμένοι. Καλεσμένοι.
Good. Φανταζόμαστε ότι δεν είμαστε καλεσμένοι. Good. We saw siguros, which means sure. And how would you say surely or like for sure? Surely.
Σίγουρα.
Sigura. Surely you don't imagine that you're invited. How would you say that? Let's talk to a male. Surely you don't imagine that you're invited.
Σίγουρα δεν φαντάζεσαι ότι είσαι καλεσμένος.
Very good. Sigura δεν φαντάζεσαι ότι είσαι καλεσμένος. So before we saw κουρασμένος, which meant tired.
Κουρασμένος.
This is from κουράζω, I tire. Like I tire him, τον κουράζω, I tire him. And we could also get from κουράζω, I tire, I get tired. Κουράζομαι, κουράζομαι.
Κουράζομαι.
So we have κουράζω, I tire, like I tire somebody else, and κουράζομαι, I get tired. So how would you say, do you get tired?
Κουράζεσαι.
Κουράζεσαι. You could say no, όχι, or you could say καθόλου, not at all, and this is often used like no, καθόλου, not at all.
Καθόλου.
How would you say, I don't get tired at all?
Δεν κουράζομαι καθόλου.
Δεν κουράζομαι καθόλου. How would you say, I imagine that you didn't like it at all? I imagine that it didn't please you at all.
Φαντάζομαι ότι δεν σου άρεσε καθόλου.
Very good. Φαντάζομαι ότι δεν σου άρεσε καθόλου. So some verbs in Greek became like this a long time ago. When I say became like this, I mean with an ome or ese ending. And these verbs are fixed, let's say. Έρχομαι, σκέφτομαι. But also, as we've seen, other verbs can be made like this to change a little their meaning. So we have κουράζω, I tire, and κουράζομαι, I get tired. We saw φαντάζομαι, I imagine, and also φαντάζω exists by itself. We saw I find. What was I find?
Βρίσκω.
Βρίσκω. And I am found, like, I am at a place I am found at.
Βρίσκομαι.
Βρίσκομαι. Where are you now? Where are you found now?
Πού βρίσκεσαι τώρα?
Πού βρίσκεσαι τώρα? So you could say this on the phone, no? Πού βρίσκεσαι τώρα? Like, where are you now? But if you say it in person, πού βρίσκεσαι τώρα? It might mean like, where are you living now? Or even what are you up to now? How would you say we find ourselves in Athens?
Βρισκόμαστε στην Αθήνα.
Βρισκόμαστε στην Αθήνα. So with some verbs, we have both, we have βρίσκω and βρίσκομαι. We have κουράζω and κουράζομαι. But with other verbs like έρχομαι, σκέφτομαι, they're just built this way. And they were built this way a long time ago from other verbs that don't exist anymore.